it was very obvious, and we also discussed this in the family, that we had to have a good mix between of education and experience. And education is very important to put your experience into practice, into perspective also. And that's why I first wanted to prepare doing an electrical engineering degree in logistics, and at the same time then later work for Hilti, the power tool company, which gave me the opportunity to experience a very, very solid company culture, a very humane-oriented company culture, and a premium brand which is really focusing on excellence and customer value. And those combinations of education and experience really, I think, made me ready to at least start my contribution. But there's even a third part that is more important, and that's attitude. I believe you can teach, as long as your brain works right, you can teach anyone, and with the years going by, also the experience comes. I think attitude is either right or not. Well, we both started in areas where we were comfortable with the subject. So for me, lean management and supply chain design. My brother started in design management, so that was his part. He's an industrial designer. And so this is how we started. And then now over the years, of course we broadened our view. We got more general management expertise also. And now, since 2013, as we share the role of CEO equally, we don't even look at individual areas and individual responsibilities anymore. It's more like we look at the same thing with different perspectives. I would need to give credit to my father of actually founding our first subsidiary in 1983. That was France, and from there on we started to have our network of our own technicians, salespeople, and engineers in the field. And the main reason was that we felt we want to be closer to our customers, because we don't really learn about their workflows, their needs, if we're just staying here in a nice northern Germany, but we need to be where things really happen. And we've done this almost in every country where we entered. Also in China, we pioneered. We're in China for more than 15 years now, in India for more than 10 years. So all these countries who have emerged dramatically and successfully in the last years, we were very early. And that's mainly due to the insight that we want to grow and learn with our customers, and by being there in the early days, we can create a loyalty and a brand awareness that later is very difficult to build. Now, usually we focus on specific applications, and our product segmentation is not based on a specific technology, but more on a field of application. And you just named some. The corporate audio market is very important for us. Then we have the education, speech and lecture, which is another segment. Then hospitality is another segment that we're looking at individually. We may use the same technology in all of them, but with a slightly different feature set. And one needs to be integrated into AV system of a church, and the other one needs to be integrated into a system in the university campus, and they have different needs. Although maybe the wireless link is still the same technology, but because we are customer focused, we look at what is their application, and when we understood that application, we can then tailor-make what they need. Well, again, there we focused on providing a tool that has a higher productivity. We realized also in our company, just to set up a phone call with others sometimes takes 15 to 20 minutes until you have a good line between 3-4 different parties. Everyone's really just hanging on the table trying to talk to that one single microphone, and so it was just so cumbersome in setting up, in having highly paid people waiting for 10, 15, 20 minutes. So it was such a waste of time and resources that we thought we have to provide something that is really working out of the box. You just open it, you put it on the table, it connects automatically, and there you go. Then that was really the main focus. And then we just used the technology to provide that efficiency and ease of use. And we realized the more we want to make it easy for the customer, the more technology we need to put in, because it all has to work seamlessly without the customer realizing. And Team Connect Wireless is a good example where 80% of the development effort was put into software. Yeah, Digital 9000 for us was the proof that uncompressed audio can be transmitted through the air using still being spectrum efficient. So that was really the flagship, or it still is the flagship of that. And from there we use a lot of the technology now in the D6000 combined with other needs we've heard from our customers, and whether there's going to be a next D9000-2 or just more products that will have the technology is not fully decided yet. But definitely D9000 was for us one of the most important projects of the last decade, to really understand even more how to use spectrum efficiently and still have a perfect audio quality. And I'd say D6000 right now, especially for the rental market, has become the working horse in most of those applications. And it was the perfect combination between listening to customer and then performing on the implementation. The evolution line for us was the first step into serving a customer segment which at the time we could not serve, which was more cost sensitive also. And with the recent introduction of products, the Access Wireless and also the Access Wired that's about to come, we're catering for even more cost sensitive markets, like emerging markets of India and South America. So we have broadened our view with evolution in the first step, and now we've again broadened it, always staying true to our quality and quality attitude. There's not one big challenge, I'd say. There's one challenge is to also have the necessary pace of technology progress, because we come from a time where we had product life cycles of 10, 15, 20 years. Now we're talking about 10 shrinking to 7, shrinking to 5, or on the evolution side, maybe even lower. And there, we have to strike the balance between real novelty in technology and making certain we just have product updates which take in new customer needs. So sometimes we don't need a fully new product. We just need to put new technology into it a little bit more. Like the D6000 will soon have a version with a dual Dante port. We'll soon have a version with a control line back. So we're just integrating a new functionalities, and just to have the necessary pace. That's a challenge for a company who used to have longer cycles. We're quite successful in making that change, but that's still one thing that we want to get better at. Ambio is one of our most important strategic routes right now, because we see that no major player in the industry has really focused on the audio for VR and augmented reality. And when we see the even more advanced mixed reality applications, where everyone who's physically in the room is somewhat interacting with virtual objects, then you need completely different production workflows than what we have right now. And there, our Ambio program is really starting on the content side, because unless there's enough content being produced that can make use of that great visual technology, then later, then it's not really taking off. So that's why we're working with a lot of for the entire chain, production, so recording, how to mix it, how to process then the signal, and then how to play it back. So we believe that as much as audio is an essential part of any kind of experience, it's rarely the only experience that you have. So it's always a mix between audio, video, maybe sometimes other haptic experience that you have. And if, for instance, the future of where Disney wants to go with their experiences, it's all also going away from just roller coasters and Mickey Mouse. So it's really huge, multi-dimensional entertainment. A good example is the Avatar world in Orlando, which is a truly immersive experience. And we see more and more of that. And to really create something truly immersive, you need allies. One part of the secret of being successful, this is this research, creative dissatisfaction attitude that we have. So everything that exists is to a certain extent boring already to our researchers and developers. So they always think of how can we improve the status quo. And that's always a mix between really listening to our customers to understand what they want, what they need, but at the same time also looking at it from above, because very often customers and consumers can't even say what they need because they haven't seen what's possible. So sometimes we need to be and show something to them, which then sparks a creative process at our customers' side. So that's a very, very good back and forth that we have with our customers using that innovation spirit. I guess it's a mixture of just joining the dots. And sometimes the dots are very small. It's partly intuition, it's partly just imagination, what should be possible. And at the end, if enough people have a vision of what should be possible, they have the power to make it happen. And this is what we see now in the area of 3D audio for VR and AR. I see that we have now enough allies on the production side, on the goggle hardware side, etc., and enough power on our side that we can actually make something happen which the world has not seen before.